everybody.
Good morning.
Weird.
That is very strange.
Well, we're late this morning, but it's the fault of
No fault of ours, though, really. Restream?
yeah, not Restream.
OBS?
Well, maybe it was or OBS. Morning, guys. We actually started everything on time, but we didn't know that it failed to connect to the server because we were doing other things then.
Are your eyes better?
Yeah, well, it's still got some no blindness going on.
Morning, everybody.
I believe that Survivor is still watched by anybody. Why would
I haven't watched that show in
the
20 years,
50th
maybe?
season is getting ready to start
50th?
filming. 50th
No
season.
way.
It's not been 50 years. Let's be clear about that. They do 2 per season. So
Right.
it's been about 20 some years that it's been on, which is still a long time. But it's nothing like even close to what it used to be. Now
really?
It's all just pre-scripted drama
Oh.
and challenges. Used to they put them out there and you had to actually survive. You know,
Right.
it was almost like an episode of Naked and Afraid or whatever. They
Great
just throw
show.
them out there. But now they stay in a hotel.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. There was a big deal. 7 or 8 years ago where they talked about how these guys aren't even in the wilderness.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just a joke.
That's a shame.
And so they have all these challenges that they have to do. But I mean, they're like, what is the big obstacle course show that used to be on?
Like Ninja Warrior?
It looks a lot like Ninja Warrior. So they have their courses all laid out for them, and there's inflatables that they bounce off of and stuff. Yeah,
It's not
all
Survivor then.
No, it's not. It's
Bummer.
well, it has grown. It's evolved.
Oh.
The reason that Survivor is still a thing is because it and Big Brother are the baby of what's her name? She is the wife of the president of CBS.
Yes.
She's also the host of both of these shows.
What is her name? I know exactly what she looks
She's
like.
not the host. She's the, what do you call it, the grand host or whatever that introduces the host.
Who is she? I know who you're talking about. But
Tiffany no, that's on Family Guy.
It does sound like Wipeout with the inflatables and stuff.
So
Lisa Ling.
Lisa Ling, these are her babies that's been given to her to manage. So
Mhm.
she is and she has her daddy, her baby daddy is the boss over all CBS. So who's going to tell her, hey, your
Right.
show sucks? It's stupid. It's like nepotism at its finest. And the biggest example of that is Big Brother and Lost. Survivor. Lost. Speaking of Lost, why haven't you been watching Lost?
Because we've been doing other stuff.
You were doing so well there for a little while, and
For
it was getting
a
really,
little
really
while.
interesting, and then boop, gone.
You say it was getting really interesting. I want to go back. I want to go back to the beach.
Better things are happening than at the beach, and you will get back to the beach, but you've got to watch some of the episodes so that you understand why they are even on the beach.
I'm guessing because it's something with the magnetic pull and something with what's her face's dad.
What's her face's dad?
The guy who went on the boat. Damon.
Damien! That's the actor.
Oh my gosh, what is it? The guy. What is his name? He was down in the hatch, and then he took off running because they didn't put the numbers in. It was going to explode. They came back and he put the key in.
You have no clue.
I can't remember his name. Ben? Not Ben. I'm forgetting everything. Julie Chen.
Julie Chen.
Host of Big
who it
Brother's
is.
Julie Chen.
Yes, that's who it is. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 710.
Areas of dense fog still this morning as we have a dense fog advisory that's going to burn off, though, by the afternoon for sunshine and highs in the mid-70s. It's 53 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes, and we've got your first chance of the week to guess and win the secret sound just 10 minutes from now.
$627.50 could be yours.
And we put a hint up somewhere on the KIX website over the weekend.
I wonder if anyone's found it yet.
Not that I've heard of. So we went and were forced to eat with some of the KIX family that watched the morning KIX live video on Facebook and on other social media platforms. And we were asking, none of them had even found it.
So go find it. It's somewhere on the website right now, KIX1025.com.
Better help you answer, guess, and win all that cash
in just 10 minutes.
Here's Luke Bryan.
Drunk on you.
Please, no. Get off.
What a weird phrase.
Get
Stop
off.
it. Ew, Greg Brody. It's
the four states number one for country. KIX 102.5.
Morning, Floyd. Yeah. Saturday was a lot of fun. It was a really good time. Thank you guys for coming out.
Megan spelled her name Julie Chin.
Yeah, we missed you, Tiffany. How was time with your mother-in-law? Saturday. Oh, no. It wasn't a good day for you? I'm sorry to hear that. I think I'm going to mail my grandson's car back. Are you going to put a cat in the box when you mail it back? Cat, not car. Okay, yeah. Go check out the Oh No You Didn't news. This couple accidentally mailed their cat back to Amazon. Good morning, Romelda. How you doing? Don't forget that we're still getting signed up for Parker McCollum tickets. The show's going to be May 3rd at the Walmart Amp. Had to go to Bartlesville in the morning because my great-grandpa's about to pass away, so I went to go visit him. Then went to my in-laws, which was fine. And so we left around 9. Oh, did you get caught in the weather, Tiffany? I'm so sorry to hear about your great-grandpa. That's tough. Yes, I read it. I was wondering if Garfield lived in the house. Aren't they working on a live-action Garfield right now, or a remake or something?
There's been a live action before. It was miserably painful to watch.
I thought they were doing something new.
Morning, Melissa.
Morning, Melissa.
So Bricktown has asked that we not come back and do that anymore. I'm kidding.
Or is he?
Or am I?
Those of you who were there, you know.
We weren't too bad. Pterodactyl egg.
I love how she was about to write it down, and then she's like, wait, what?
Yeah, Oklahoma got it pretty bad. Notice, though, remember when we were talking on Saturday afternoon, and we looked at the radar, and I said, guys, don't worry, this is going to go over north of us.
Right.
They did not do that. And I said, the next wave won't hit until about 10 o'clock, or what did I say?
Something like that.
Maybe it's later tonight, but it did that too. And we got really lucky this weekend in the way that it went around us, both to the south and to the north of us.
Mm-hmm.
By the time all of that stuff that came through Oklahoma yesterday, and I'm like, oh boy, this is going to be fun at around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock tonight. And it just kept dying as it hit Joplin or moving around us.
So what'd you do, Tiffany? You guys just keep tricking home, or did you pull over into the ditch, or what'd you do? That's scary. You had the little ones with you. Hey, I think we treated our server fairly well.
She was okay with it.
She had a good sense of humor.
She seemed to have a pretty good sense of humor. Yeah.
And I don't think we did anything that outrageous.
No, I think we've been worse at other places. I mean, Jen did get a little carried away there at the end with her food and stuff, and
Don't even.
came
It was
very
not
close
me.
to being a food fight.
I flicked one thing.
She did flick one thing. Instigator.
I felt bad for Gina.
Did you hit Gina?
Because there was beer on the wrapper. And so when I flicked it, the beer went flunk, and
All
splattered
over her?
everywhere.
Yeah, that was nice.
There were 2 tornadoes 30 to 45 minutes from my house, and then that funnel by my house. I kept driving home and got into the basement as soon as we got there. Oh, I'm glad you have a basement at least out there.
So there were 106 tornadoes over the weekend, counted by the
Good
National Weather Service,
gracious.
over 6 states. 106 of them, and the worst being in Oklahoma. Really bad in Iowa and Nebraska. That
Nebraska
tornado,
got hit hard too.
I can't find anywhere the classification for the one that touched down in Iowa. An F what? I have
Was that
looked
the one
and
that
looked
the
and
big
looked.
thick wall?
Yeah.
That one was an F4.
Okay, so it was a big one, but not as big as ours.
Mhm.
The Reno, Oklahoma one is ours isn't the one to beat anymore. The Reno, Oklahoma is the one to beat. And that one makes even the one that hit Joplin look tiny in comparison. What was that?
I don't know.
Sounded like thunder.
There's no way. Either they're doing something next door or someone's messing with the window outside.
Yeah, the Reno one they need a new classification for one that big, really, because it was bigger than an F5.
Your granddaughter got to have her prom? Some of the proms were canceled on Saturday night.
We saw lots of people out.
We did.
A ton of people wearing formal wear at Brigtown as we were leaving.
All right, here we go.
In fact, they were talking to a bunch of them over there taking pictures. And I thought, oh, you get your prom pictures next to Brigtown. Yeah, that's cool. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 717.
A dense fog advisory in effect this morning. We'll see sunshine, though, in the afternoon with a high near 75. It's 53 in Joplin.
All right, so over the weekend, we put a hint on the KIX website, somewhere hidden on it. It's an Easter egg. You got to go find it.
Right. Could be in text. It could be in picture, a video, a podcast. Somewhere on the website is a hint that's going to help you to guess and win the secret sound.
So that you can win the jackpot, which, by the way, is at $627.50.
And we would love to give it to you if you can be caller number 5.
And tell us, what is this sound? You
What
can
do you think?
figure that out, then be caller number 5 at 623-1025.
For a chance to win $627.50.
From the 4 states #1 for cash. That's not how you get in. Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller number 1.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 2.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
Caller 3.
Hi, Morning KIX.
Caller number 4.
Hi there, Morning KIX. Who is this? Becky, where are you from?
Becky from Asbury.
You are caller number 5.
Woo!
All right, Becky, it's your chance to win the cash, $627.50.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
She says a pinball machine.
For $627.50, that is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Becky, making it $652.50.
And give you another chance to guess the win with MJ at 11:20. Thanks, Becky. Oh my God, Becky. You're caller 5. Tiffany says the one in Sulphur, Oklahoma was an F3. Yeah, Neosha was canceled. Neosha encouraged the kids to go ahead and have dinner, but be home before the weather hit. Yeah, and McDonald County did have the siren's going off, right? At one point.
Yeah, but I don't think it ever touched down. It was rotation. So and I don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, I'd rather
Advance
them.
warning is
Yeah.
great, but the problem is it creates a numbness to the whole thing. You get to where you don't pay attention to it. We've seen, and that's what caused a lot of Joplin's problems. People were like, "Oh, it's just the sirens."
But things can
So
touch
many-
down so quickly.
I know.
You know.
We'd heard it so many hundreds of times before.
Mm-hmm. 30 seconds. Tiffany says, I slept with one eye open that night. Yeah, I was a light sleeper that night, too.
Gripping your pillow tight? Beautiful. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the secret sound. Becky from Asbury.
You are caller number 5.
Oh, sweet.
All right, Becky, it's your chance to win the cash, $627.50.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
The pinball machine.
She says a pinball machine.
For $627.50, that is not
Oh.
it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Becky, making it $652.50.
And give you another chance to guess the win with MJ at 11:20.
Thanks.
I slept like a log. I can sleep through almost anything.
Except for Bella, our dog. Oh my gosh, she kept us up all night Saturday night, just being a stupid idiot. And so finally, I was very close to going and putting her in her kennel. In fact, she was just being,
Was she scared?
yes, obnoxiously so. And I'm
Aw.
like, I told her at one point, I said, listen, I'm way scarier than the storm. You better start prioritizing what you're afraid of.
Let me sleep. Yeah, Nix was a little bit nervous that night, and so I was up with her for a little bit. But Puppy did great. Puppy slept. Morning, Kinda. I stayed up with it until I was in the heady go to sleep circle. Oh, Sarah got to see your new puppy.
Here you go.
Phone's ringing.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Okay.
Just that. Hi there, Morning Kicks. Oh.
Hey.
Well, hello there. How's Jam? Did I get my note? Did you leave us a note?
Oh.
Bearded gentleman in a blue shirt is just
He
now
came
bringing
in
it
right
into
now. Oh,
it.
and
Yeah.
Reese's. Thank
Look at
you.
that. Thank you, Jan.
All right, we have a card right here.
We have a card. Wait a minute. What's it say? We got to read
Hold
it.
on.
Hold on.
It says, I hate you and I never want to. No, I'm kidding.
I knew it.
Oh my gosh, if I can open it. And oh, this is pretty. Note from Jan M. Palmer. Jen Randy, I want to thank you for the invite on Saturday. Glad I could meet everyone and visit. I had a very nice time. Although the entertainment between the two of you was even better. So pleased I got to meet your wife, Randy. It was very kind of you to buy my meal. So glad I got to call the two of you my friends. Good times, good food, and great friends, Candy Jane.
Yeah, it turns out, Jan, I'm going to need that money back. So, no, I'm kidding. I'm just teasing.
Oh, Jan, that was so sweet of you. We were so glad that you could be there. We really wanted you to be there. So thank you for coming. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
It's beautiful. She did a great job with that. Oh, I didn't know that. That's neat. Yeah.
Oh, really? We can always use. Where do they work? Yeah. Nice. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Nice. Nice.
Very good.
Well, you'll have to come do some more of these with us. Next time we do, you'll know about it, of course. So just know that it's expected now of you. Yeah, forced.
Right,
Part
that's
of
what
our
happened. Sure.
community service. Yeah. All right,
Thanks.
we'll
You
catch
too,
you later,
Jan. You
Jam.
take care. Bye.
So,
Maybe that was her
it was her. Yes.
trying to
Jam.
wave it. Oh. My grandson slept better during the Saturday storms than he did the night before. In his defense, he had a very busy day. Got to hang out with grandma and then come to the dinner and oh, they're so precious, Sarah. Oh, look at your babies.
So
Is the one that you're holding up close to your face, is that the one that you're getting, or is it the yellow one or the green one, or have you just not picked yet?
this is the Reno tornado. That much of a difference. And the Joplin was the biggest one in history. So it's stupid the difference in size. There's a YouTube video that shows them moving across the area, that's from. But the Reno tornado only killed 2 people. Because it was out where nobody was.
Sheila says, I slept through it and so did the dogs.
Well, mine's going to learn to, or she will continue. We kicked her out of the bed and put her in her bed down the floor. And she kept getting up and coming up on the bed, wanting to get up in the bed with us. And I kept putting her back and finally had to, swat her tail and like, you stay. And she finally did, but she was not happy about it.
Well, she was scared.
That fear over justifiable fear is okay, but just
But she's
fear.
a dog. She's not going to.
But it's a behavioral thing. It's a psychological thing. Not all dogs are this way.
True.
So it is a psychological. And to reward or encourage that kind of behavior is irresponsible as a pet owner. You're just you're enabling. And being an enabler is not a healthy thing.
Well, no.
Not a good thing.
It was impossible to make a decision yesterday. So 2 more weeks and then you'll know for sure.
What, Sheila, on whether she should move or not?
No. Sarah, on which puppy she's
And let's not
get.
even get started on Laverne and Lawton and all this other stuff, okay? I don't even want to talk about it. A fiasco. A fiasco. It's a fiasco. Drive the new fiasco.
Did you ever figure it out?
Yes.
The Lawton, Laverne, boyfriend and 4 kids, and the brother and the sister, and
nope. I think there's been some towns inbreeding where she's moving to, or there's been some inbreeding in those towns.
Oh my gosh, no. Sheila says you started that and you know it all.
I have mom in front of me.
Be nice. Yeah, my internal clock sucks too, Tiffany. Holy cow.
It does.
I was like, I want to sleep, and my body said, no. Laverne, where's Shirley?
Right.
Where's Dorinda this morning? Dorinda!
Yeah, we need to put those pictures up on Facebook. It may be a little too after the fact now to do it.
No, it's thanking for a good dinner, and you don't need to say when it was. I don't think.
Oh, there's the poem he sent. It's a picture.
Yeah.
Country singers have always been a real close family. A lot are gone as they have passed on. Who's going to fill their shoes? There's good news. They went to the promised land to watch over the ones that make their stand. Is the love I gave you in the past going to be enough to last? Let's turn out the light without a fight. Pray and be thankful for every day. Kiss an angel good morning, for that someday soon may come.
Yeah.
Amarillo by morning will be chiseled in stone without a tone. Old man got in. God bless the USA, nothing less. Okay, that's weird.
We had a. Oh, the phone's ringing.
I feel like Dustin could have written
Phone.
that. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Hello. Oh, good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Well,
my
hey,
gosh.
this is good news, though, Dustin. Actually, this is good news because now you're a player once again. He's going to find another one.
That's
Oh, there's,
right. That's right,
there's
Dustin.
lots of them out there, Dustin. So it's just on to the next.
All right.
He likes the college ones.
Well,
I
I'm
get that.
sorry about Alicia, Dustin, but I'm sure you'll find yourself a real
Yeah.
nice new college
Now
girl.
you're available.
Yeah.
I'm start playing the field again.
Go get you one.
That's right.
You want to hear some Garth? All right. We'll try to get some Garth on for you, Dustin, okay?
Later, buddy.
Bye. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the drama
So
that is Dustin's
sad.
life.
Good Lord.
She dumped him.
He got dumped by Alicia, his college girlfriend.
All right, let's get out the flow chart. So they had planned a trip to Laverne.
Hold on, we got a sec.
Okay. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country morning Kicks
Here's Carly Pierce with Lou Bryce.
on KIX 102.5.
Brenda says, I hate being late, then have to sit at the end and not hear being conversations. I know Paul was. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I wish.
Hey, you guys could. There was an empty seat over by me.
So, Randy, if I bring a snake in the studio, I just need to tell you to get over it because you have learned to be afraid of it, and not all people are afraid of them.
Okay, let me be very clear. I am not afraid of snakes.
Morning,
this
Gary
is
Crow.
something you guys are mistakenly thinking. I am not afraid of snakes. I just want them all dead.
He's warned me that if he sees a snake, he's just going to kill
I'm
him.
going to kill it. I'll kill it with my hands.
There's the flying bread's not in a single one of the pictures, though. Like, we looked through each one, and there's no flying bread in any of them.
Do what?
Brenda said Jordan wasn't very talkative. He was across from me.
He blamed that on you, Dorinda. He said it was your fault. He didn't want to talk to you.
That's not true.
He felt alienated by you.
His burger looked so good, though, with the mac and cheese on it. Oh, my gosh. I'll put detailed note in the chat at work, Randy.
Detail note at the chat at work. What?
He's not in.
I'm not
He's not in the chat. You need to draw a picture so we can put it on the wall behind him.
Of the flow chart of Laverne. I don't think we need. Do we need to?
Did you say good morning, Gary Crow? Gary Crow's here.
Morning, Gary Crow. Well, you dodged a bullet on Saturday, Gary.
I'll say.
See Randy's hand moving to throw, but missed what in the air?
The bread that you were throwing. You threw bread at me. You tried to kill me via gluten.
It's a gluten attack. Morning, Kathy.
I told Paul to come sit by you, Mr. Britches, but there was only one seat and two of us.
Oh. We need a round table.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It would have been better with a round table.
I could have been at the head of it going, hark! Forsooth! And away!
But if it's a round table, there's no head.
You wanted a head at your table?
No.
Like sitting on the table?
Attempted murder.
I knew
exactly.
She shouldn't have been allowed to watch Friday the 13th, part 2. Did you see part 2? No, you never watched part 2.
Yeah, I did.
You did? One where they
With the ice
stabbed the
pick.
two couples?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So the head and the altar. Yeah, that was a great scene. The
Hopefully next time, Gary,
two couples.
you can be there. All right, 7 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 736.
A dense fog advisory in effect this morning. Sunshine in the afternoon, though, with highs in the mid-70s. It's 53 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at 4 states news and weather in just 25 minutes.
Still getting you signed up to win those tickets to go see Parker McCollum at the Walmart Amp on May 3rd.
All you have to do is text the word tickets to 623-1025 to get signed up.
And we're going to find out the winner at 7:50.
Of course, it was the weekend. That means there was another assignment for Gen 4. And this weekend, first off, Jen's Movie Rehab is where we assigned Jen a movie to watch over the weekend because before she came to KIX,
I'd really never seen a whole lot of movies before.
she'd always had her eyes shut and walked into walls and things. That's what
So someone would make a movie reference, though, and I wouldn't get it.
at all.
And so I'm being rehabilitated every Friday. You give me a movie to watch. I watch it over the weekend, come back on Monday, rank it 1 to 10, and just let you know what I thought about it.
And usually it's older movies, iconic movies, movies that the rest of us have already seen that she has not.
So this past weekend, you assigned The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
One of the most famous Westerns of all time.
You did not warn me how long this movie was. It is 3 hours.
It was worth it.
3 hours of Western movies. Knowing how I
do you
feel
tell
about
a
Westerns, it
story?
was a long 3 hours,
And
Randy.
now you like the Westerns, right?
No, I fell asleep twice. I
What
like
the
Clint Eastwood
heck?
in this movie. I thought he was great. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of a snack in the movie. But, I mean, the whole of it, though,
Wait a
was
minute.
just
What does
like,
that mean? Is that a sexist comment?
it's not a sexist comment. I'm just saying.
Sounds pretty
He
sex-
was attractive in the movie.
Sounds pretty, he's chewing on a tobacco stick the
I know,
whole
the
time.
whole time, the whole way through. I mean, it's a good movie for what it is. It's just not a movie that I struggled really hard to get into
You know-
it the entire time.
Appreciate Sergio Leone's photography all through this movie.
Okay, so Kyle and I made a game out of that. We'd randomly pause it and be like, can you make a painting out of this? Nope, the woman's getting beat. Can you make
Yes,
a painting
you
out of this?
could. Yes,
Nope, this
you
guy's
could.
bleeding to death. Oh, the captain? Nope, the captain got blown up.
You could, though. It would be like a book cover is what I always said. Each scene makes a book cover.
I think there were some beautiful the cinematography in this movie is stunning. The landscape is beautiful. And some of the shots, I think, yes, are truly iconic. You pan in on their faces. You watch the tension and the fingers and things like that as they're getting ready to reach for the guns, which I thought was pretty cool. It was a little hokey at times. The good, and then it flashes to, Clint Eastwood, and you, wow.
Right.
So I thought it was fine. Kyle loved the movie. Oh my gosh.
imagine that.
He's ready to watch it again.
Well, there's 2 more. Well, actually 3 more in this series.
I'm good. I don't know that I need to watch
We're
another
gonna win you over to
Western.
Sergio Leone. I mean, one of Quentin Tarantino's biggest influence was Sergio Leone. Yeah. So, I mean, this guy has influenced so many of our current movie makers.
And I can believe that. I mean, there's a lot of really iconic things about this movie. The scenes, the storytelling, the way it's shot, the way pictures look, for sure.
There are so many more of his movies, though, that we will use to win you over to him.
I'm thrilled. I'm so excited.
Brainwash you.
So I don't know what to rank it as because, I fell asleep twice. I struggled to get through it. The story's fine.
What is your ranking of it?
I'd give it like a 6.5.
Okay, everybody can disagree with her now as how incorrect she is.
It just wasn't for me. I really did try. It just,
That's fine.
you
That's
know,
fine.
I know.
You're allowed. This is America.
so
Unlike
don't.
the communist country where you came from.
Oh, I'm not. Whatever. So on Friday, I can watch Good Will Hunting. And
No,
I'll
on
get some
Friday we'll
redemption
have
back from
another
that.
Sergio Leone Western for her to watch.
Great. For Jen's Movie Rehab.
On the 4 states number 1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
4-star Jen's knocking stuff all over the place. I hear.
I was like, what is this? Stupid.
Why is that in here? That stuff is not. It's fermented by now.
Bye, Gary. It expired
Like-
10/12. It doesn't have a date. 10-12.
Oh, the year 2012 is what that means.
Oh, I think you're right. Oh my gosh,
October
this was made back in 2009.
2012, yeah.
No wonder it stinks so bad.
Yeah, right?
Did I finish the movie? I did finish the movie. We had to go back and watch it, like the whole end of it. And oh my gosh, he left him tied up and with the rope around his neck, and then he shot it and Blondie.
Set him free.
Ah.
Tuco's annoying. But that guy's a very famous actor that played
Tuco, I thought was hilarious. I couldn't understand why Tuco was the ugly and Angel Eyes was the bad, though. I felt like it was
Me neither.
massively reversed. Angel
Well,
Eyes
Tuco
was
was clearly the ugly.
In what way?
His face.
Oh, we're talking physical appearance?
Yeah.
I thought it was...
He's the ugly. One's the bad. And, I mean, Angel Eyes was clearly the bad.
Right.
Do you know his name?
Blondie.
No, that is not his name.
Okay, then I don't know.
Called him Blondie, the Lonesome Stranger. His name is Joe.
Joe.
Don't know his last name, but Joe is the name according to the scripts. Clint Eastwood's character's name was Joe.
Thank you. See, Brandy agrees with me. She said Westerns are sleepers.
Nobody was able to find that. They are not. They're
Have a good one,
fascinating.
Shalala.
And someday we'll have you do, this will be interesting too. The Legend of the Outlaw Josie Wales.
Josie Wales, okay.
Which is
who that is.
Clint Eastwood movie about a outlaw. It's based on Jesse James loosely. So the character is based on. It's not anything to do with Jesse James or anything. They just stylize it. It's a former Southern soldier who is harassed and wanted by federal troops, and they come after him because he stood up for somebody, and they chase him across the country. And anyway, but it's not a Sergio Leone Western, but it does star Clint Eastwood. So the comparisons between the two, and you'll see that Clint Eastwood's, he's kind of a one-trick pony when it comes to all this.
You know, I was surprised because the Clint Eastwood that I know in my mind is this old guy, you know?
Yeah. Oh, see?
Very, very different than the Clint Eastwood from this movie.
So the one that old guy that you're talking about,
Mhm.
we have trouble resolving that with the Clint Eastwood we know. That is this guy.
Yeah.
The tough, the hardened, saddle leather Clint Eastwood that we all grew up with.
There's a movie that he did not that long ago where he plays this really racist guy. What movie is that?
I don't know about that. Are you talking about the guy who drives stuff across the border from Mexico? I like that movie. That was really good. There's the one, where he plays, was it not? The one with Hillary Swank. Was it not Hillary Swank?
The Bridges of Madison County?
That one I had so much trouble resolving. I'm like, this is not Clint Eastwood. What'd they do with Clint Eastwood? You've seen Bridges of Madison County, haven't you?
No. Meryl Streep.
We need to put that on the list. That needs to be on the list. That's the one. I will say it's a really good romance movie, but it was so. And by the way, he directed that. I had a hard time resolving that Clint Eastwood with my earlier. Play Misty for me. I had a hard time resolving. That did not seem like Clint Eastwood.
Playing a Marine here? Heartbreak Ridge?
Yeah.
I want to watch that one.
Put it on there.
No. If it's a Marine Corps movie, I should have seen it. I don't think I've seen any other Clint Eastwood movies, honestly. Dirty Harry. Isn't that another one that's supposed to be pretty good? He was in $1 Million Baby. Joe Kidd. Is that the same Joe from Good, the Bad, and the Ugly? Two Mules for Sister Sarah. Invictus. Gosh, he's done a ton of stuff. And then is Scott Eastwood, is that his grandson or his
No,
son?
it's his son. Looks just like him.
Looks just like him.
Well,
I totally see
And
it.
Scott did a Western not too long ago. And I'm like, this is weird. And it was not very good. It was not.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Yeah, it really was. And I was like, he's got a lot to learn yet before he can pull off what Daddy did. Well, and I don't blame him as much as I do the directing in that movie. The directing was horrible. And the writing was stupid, too.
He does look just like Clint now.
Yeah.
Holy cow, now that I've seen.
The way Clint used to look.
Yeah.
But we need to do Outlaw Josie Wales. We need to do Dirty Harry. And you need to do Once Upon a Time in the West. That's going to be a thing. And that movie is longer than Good, Bad, and Ugly. And it can be a sleeper. So you need to have lots of coffee and Red Bull. I will say.
Right. You're going to give me a movie that I will fall asleep to.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
And it's like this movie was a normal movie for Sergio Leone. And he gets really indulgent in the Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Gran Torino is where he played the racist vet.
Yeah. And Gran Torino was a heartfelt movie, where he comes to the rescue of a bunch of neighborhood guys, and that's the Get Off My Lawn movie. That was his big comeback movie for the wizened old codgery old man, and they're like, oh, he can play these, let's give him like 50 million of them and beat it to death.
Brandy says you need to do Tommy Boy. I think Tommy Boy's on the list, isn't it?
Yeah, did we not? I thought we had done that. It should be on there.
It's on the list, yeah.
Yeah, because she's not seen any of these.
There's a lot of things on here. Jaws, still haven't seen Jaws. Few Good Men, The Bodyguard.
Did anybody go do the painting on Saturday?
No, they canceled because there wasn't enough people for it.
Oh. Well, I was wondering that with the weather, too, I thought might be a factor.
Oh, my gosh, Randy, we've got to call our person.
Oh, we do. Let's do that. Leave that song in there.
Okay, I'm putting in a... Okay.
Okay, I'm stopping it.
Talking too much about Clint Eastwood. Did you pick a winner, or do you want me to pick a winner?
I'm getting all sorts from outside of our area. Okay, I got one. Hey, is this Curtis?
Yes, it is.
Curtis, this is Randy and Jan from Morning Kicks. How's your Monday going?
Well, maybe we can make it even just a little bit better for you.
Yeah, how would you like a pair of tickets to go see Parker McCollum at the Walmart Amp on May 5th?
Woo!
Congratulations, buddy. You're going to be going to see him.
And that's going to be on May 3rd at the Walmart Amp. That'll be on May 5th at the Walmart Amp.
Oh, 5th. Okay.
Just tell us who's the Four States concert connection. Give me some more editing, Jen.
Sorry.
I already said it.
It's May 3rd, Randy, not May 5th. It's May 3rd.
Oh, that's right.
What we thought it was May 5th, but it was May 3rd. So
It's May 3rd. Sorry, Curtis.
Sorry about that, Curtis. Good gracious.
Wow.
Okay, can you hang on the line? We're going to go ahead and edit your phone call and play back, and then we'll come back and get your information, okay? All right, thank you, Curtis.
Just ignore us, Curtis. We're working on this. You're going to be going to see him on May 3rd at the Walmart Amp. This is why we pre-record all this stuff, because we can't get details right. And can we do it like 3 more times? Is it May 3rd? No, it's May 3rd. No, 3rd. Wow. All right.
All right. Actually, it looks like we've got everything that we need from you, Curtis. Your email is still thekirthblack@yahoo.com.
Yeah.
All right. So these are Walmart AMP tickets. So they're going to be emailed to you. They like to do digital tickets through their app. So keep an eye out for that email. You should be getting it sometime this week. Okay. Oh, yeah. What you got? Mutrian.
This is going to be coming from the address National ZRI Marketing, so be watching for that in your spam, too.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right.
Curtis.
Thanks for doing the show.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 per country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 752.
A dense fog advisory still in effect today, though we will see sunshine in the afternoon. Highs nearing 75. It's 53 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at 4 states' news and weather and in just about 10 minutes.
Well, we're going to be asking, when did you realize that you turned into your parents?
Like 8 minutes ago. 8 minutes ago, I was like, oh, gosh. Ah!
Well, when did that start looking like that?
Yeah. So what was it that happened that made you realize, oh, my gosh, I'm turning into my mom, or, oh, no, I'm turning into my dad? Maybe it's something you were saying or something you're doing, or maybe when you sit down, you went, and you're like, oh, my gosh, no.
You can call or text us at 633-1025.
And it is time for us to find out who's the winner of Parker McCullum tickets. He's going to be at the Walmart Arkansas Music Pavilion on May 3rd.
May 3rd. So you've been texting to get in there to win, and I think our system just picked a winner. You ready?
Let's go ahead and call that person. Hopefully they answer.
Let's get the number in right. You got it?
Quit distracting me.
Hello.
Hey, is this Curtis?
Yes, it is.
Curtis, this is Randy and Jen from Morning KIX. How's your Monday going?
Going absolutely wonderful.
Well, maybe we can make it even just a little bit better for you.
I think you guys can.
Yeah. How would you like a pair of tickets to go see Parker McCullum?
Did that? Yes, that was awesome.
You're going to be going to see him on May 3rd at the Walmart Amp.
All right.
Just tell us who's the 4 states concert connection.
KIX 102.5.
We both were like, whoa.
Next time, pull my finger.
When are the cicadas coming to town? Any day.
Yeah, any day now. It's running kind of late because our temperatures haven't been warm enough. It's already happening in some southern states. Southern Arkansas is already talking about how loud it is.
There was a town in South Carolina, I think.
South Carolina, Georgia.
They called the cops because they thought someone was mowing their lawn. And they were like, no,
in the middle of the night.
Cicadas. They're that loud.
They are insanely loud. So, and it's supposedly going to hit way worse in this part of the United States than it is there. So they don't come out ever until mid-May for us. I know they were saying mid to late April, and I'm like, no, they never come out that early here.
Bye, Melissa. Have a great day.
Till you begin to see tulips blooming and stuff like that the cicadas start coming out.
Tulips have already bloomed.
Maybe it's not tulips, I'm thinking of tiger lilies, those kind of things that come out. And they don't happen until mid-May.
All right.
You just think those little husks that you start seeing everywhere. Think about the temperatures that it is when you start seeing those. I think of them because they always are on the pool, and that's when the cover's off, which is always after Memorial Day. So it's somewhere in the mid to late May area.
Sarah's opened her pool.
Sarah's insane.
She's going to get a jump on the swimming.
jump in the swimming. Yeah, that'll be cold. It's not warm enough for pools yet. It's got to be in the 90s for me.
It was muggy this weekend, though. Oh,
Yeah, but
Saturday.
not hot. It still was not. And even when it gets really warm here, there's still the wind.
Oh my gosh, it was so cute on Saturday night. Rain was jumping around and catching bugs in the air and chewing on them.
Delicious.
She did not want to go out in the rain and do business. Her and Nick's both were like, nope. And then there's Atlas. He won't come inside if we let him outside. You're getting all muddy, Husky. The water is so clear. Is it speaking to you, Sarah? It's just a dip. Just a dip.
Yeah. That's all you can do. To me, pool's not usable until you can sit in it. Just to get in and swim is like stupid. Yes, I did, Jimmy, and you didn't get to see him.
No, we didn't. That's a
Yeah,
lie.
I just had my pants on over them.
Randy Travis is back in studio. Teased us with new work, possibly.
Mm.
Interesting.
Like a train wreck
It was real interesting getting to see him on stage for St. Jude a few years back.
I bet. You mean you're thinking Randy Owen?
I'm thinking Randy Owen. You're right. Wrong guy.
When was Randy Travis ever at St. Jude?
Wrong guy. Randy Owen.
Oh, here's an interesting little fact. According to a new survey of some 2,000 Americans who got married over the last 3 years from USA Today Blueprint, 1 in 5 recently married Americans admit they almost didn't show up at the altar on their wedding day.
Why?
20% of those polled admitted to getting cold feet before their big day and nearly calling the whole thing off.
Why?
Came very close, Jen. The other 80% considered leaving their family at the wedding and eloping to Vegas.
Okay, that one I can understand.
Of course, this was a survey of people who got married, so we'll never know how many others actually did call.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
This is why you have cake at a wedding. No one ever leaves if there's a promise of cake.
Like, wait, we can't go now. There's cake. I think that if you're that unsure about it going into it, then I don't think you need to do it. Not the time.
You guys hear about the Boeing
Oh no.
issue over the weekend?
Again? What happened?
An emergency slide fell off the plane right after takeoff. It was a Boeing 767. While it was in the air Friday morning, an emergency slide fell off. It was a Delta flight. Forced to return to New York's JFK Airport, the crew had reported a vibration, according to the FAA, but they thought it was just those crappy Boeing wing flaps again.
Right.
So they came back. The cops are still looking for the missing chute. Sources believed it could have fallen into Jamaica Bay. Hey, free water slide.
How do you lose an entire
I don't know.
emergency slide?
Again, people, Boeing asks you, do you want an emergency slide which gets used almost never, or do you want the plug door on the plane to stay on? Those bolts have to come from somewhere.
Good point.
They can't be used everywhere.
Priorities, folks. Come on. And what is going on with Boeing, though? Holy cow.
Well, it's clear that the manufacturer of the 767 had very little, if any, quality control.
Yeah.
Now it's coming back to bite them.
They just didn't care.
The world we live in. That's the way everything's done now. No quality control.
That's insane, though. On a something that's scaled as a airplane, though.
Yeah, and that's the problem is that when it comes into life or death situations, this whole work ethic of as little as possible put into, and it's a replacement economy that we live in where something breaks, we just replace it. Or if it doesn't work anymore, we just replace it. Is it's leaked over into all aspects of manufacturing, and that's not really healthy in a lot of areas.
You can't do that with someone's life.
Well, Boeing says, yes, we can. We have.
I never wanted to call it off, but I was embarrassed to walk down the aisle with everyone staring at me, Sarah says. I guess I didn't even really think about that, to be honest with you. Like the people watching when my aisle was like 5
Yeah, it's a
feet,
big,
but
it's a weird tradition. That and parades, just weird.
says the guy who's always trying to promote parade.
Well, I say if we're going to have one, let's at least make it enjoyable for everybody.
Be naked. That makes it enjoyable for everybody. Are you
It
sure
does.
about that?
Dinner and a show.
They're like, oh.
Look,
Just kidding.
Mommy, that man's waving at me. No, he's not, Sally.
No, he's not.
Turn around.
Oh.
Oh, I just found an archive. You can get to an archive.
On Sidekick?
Yes.
Where?
Okay, under each story, when you click on a story, at the bottom it says category.
I don't see category. I clicked on a story.
Yeah, how did you get this page back?
It just popped up. Okay, we gotta go. Mine does. A dense fog advisory in effect today, though we'll see sunshine in the afternoon with highs in the mid 70s. Clear skies, a low near 55 tonight. Sunshine in 83 for Tuesday. Partly sunny for Wednesday with a chance of storms in the afternoon. Highs nearing 85.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radars just showing some clouds over the 4 states.
55 in Clarkson, 54 in Pittsburgh, 56 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So today we're wanting to know, what were you doing when you realized you were turning into your parents?
Like you're talking to your kids or something and you said something and you immediately heard your mom saying it to you as a child.
Or maybe you grunted when you tried to get up off the floor and realized how much you sounded like your father.
What it was for you, give us a call. Let us know, 623-1025.
Here's Dan and Shay on KIX. I'm going all the way back.
That's crazy. I
February.
wonder if it's just one of the quirks of that version.
Yes. I'm way back into March, and I'm seeing an archive for the pictures too.
Wow.
December 30th.
All right. Oh my gosh. When is Mother's Day?
It's next Sunday.
It's Sunday, May 12th. It's not next Sunday.
The next Sunday.
It's
not
a
this
week
Sunday.
from this upcoming Sunday. So
Right,
2 weeks
so-
from yesterday.
Next Sunday. Not this Sunday. Next Sunday.
I got an email. That doesn't make any sense.
What's green and pecks on trees? Woody Woodpickle.
Woody Woodpickle. of you. Hmm. I don't know why I panicked. I was like, oh my gosh, Mother's Day. I'm not ready for Mother's Day. I'm the mother. at
You
Mother's
have to
Day.
get ready for Mother's
Right.
Day?
Like, I don't know why that was necessary. Jeff Lynne and ELO are going to be in St. Louis. Ooh, ELO is one I'd like to see.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind
I'm
seeing
just
some
getting
ELO.
pretty old.
Has some good 80s music. That could be fun. How far away is St. Louis?
About, what, 6 hours?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Quite a ways.
The very first trip that Kyle and I were going to take together was to St. Louis back in 2020. And then COVID hit. You what?
Much St. Louis.
I've only been once, but I had a great time.
I've been there multiple times, but I'm like always.
Yeah.
I like KC better than St. Louis.
Oh, same. I love Kansas City. Sarah says it's only 4 hours, not 6.
That may be right. I've never driven there from here, from Joplin. So.
I'm getting cold.
Oh, no.
Wasn't there something you needed to do this hour?
Yeah, I've got to go schedule music early. So we're going to be going to Columbus, Kansas today for a special assembly presentation at Columbus Schools with Cindy Wells.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to be part of awarding the kiddos their prizes for the money they raise for St. Jude. And then we're going to have some cake and things like that for Dylan's birthday.
So to do that, we have got to voice track early. I have got to schedule at least some of the music.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to do my reporting for today. So all of that has to be done. So we'll probably wrap things up about 8:30 this morning.
Is that going to give you enough time?
Oh, yeah. I can get done with at least the changes in the reporting. I think I can do within 30 minutes. But we also need to voice track.
Mm-hmm. I'm not worried about that. That won't take us long.
Might just have you track while I'm doing that if necessary.
Here we go. 5 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 8:09.
A dense fog advisory in effect today, though we'll see sunshine in the mid-70s this afternoon. It's 56 in Joplin.
And we're talking about when did you realize, what were you doing, what was happening when you realized you were turning into your parents?
When I started making constant dad jokes, I was like, oh, man, I'm my
I
dad.
told my kids, come here and pull my finger.
623-1025 to tell us when you realized you turned into your parents.
Here's Jelly Roll
Son of a sinner.
on the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Let me chop
When
it
I
off.
realized I could
Oh.
fart with every single step.
Are we leaving? Oh, we're not leaving right now.
No, not yet. Here in a little while.
Unless you want us to. Do you want us to leave?
We can do that. We can do that.
can.
If the money's right, if you guys would pay at least $5 each, then we will go.
That's not bad. We could make a couple bucks.
Yeah. I got a new pair of the Kareens or whatever they are, the headphones, I think. Didn't you buy some for Kyle?
Yeah.
I bought a new set of those. They were a little different. So my old ones had the logo, said Kareen or whatever on the
Right.
top of it, and had the little oval. Well, these were an upgraded version, same company, same everything, but they were only $9. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
They're not quite as loud as the others, but they sound better. And I was wanting to get some new ones because mine are getting to where they won't charge. I've had them like 5 or 6 years. I don't know. And they're just getting to where they won't connect well and get a charge. I went to the gym Friday and one of my headphones was dead. And I was like, this
Oh, I
is
hate
stupid. So, yes, all in nickels. That's the only kind of currency we will accept, Megan. So I got this new set. And by the way, they are still on sale on Amazon if you want to get them. They're pretty decent.
They are good.
They are
They are good.
really good. You can adjust the volume by just touching them, answer phone calls. You can use them as Bluetooth, for your phone, not just for listening to audio.
Mm-hmm.
And they hold a charge for like 7-8 hours.
For me, it's been a long time.
I run them all night long in my ears, and they never go dead.
Mm-hmm.
And what else can you do? You can answer the phone by touching them.
You can
advance,
skip forward,
skip back.
volume up and down.
The one thing I do like about these new ones, when you press them, they click. So it's a click button.
Mine click. Maybe I got the new one.
Yours does?
Yeah.
Mine, I just press it and I hear a beep, in my ear. But this has an actual
no. Mine's
push on it.
Not like that.
And they are $9. So they show them as listed as like $20, but there's a 50% off right now. It's stupid. So I was like, I really think I could survive with my old ones. They still work.
They just don't charge?
Well, they do charge. You just got to be very careful about how you get them seated on there. But for $9, that's crazy.
That's a great deal.
We got my wife a new set of in-ears, the KZs, which they're comparable with the way these sound. And they're normally $68, and we got her a set yesterday for $24.
Nice.
Crazy.
Holy cow.
Yeah, and these are really, really high-end 6-driver in-ears, the ones that we use on stage.
Were you in Joplin or Springfield yesterday?
I was in Joplin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it weird going back to Joplin after being in Springfield?
No,
or does
I
it feel
played
different?
Wednesday and I played last Sunday in Joplin too. So this is
That was strange. What's it doing? Is it getting moved remotely? That was very weird, and it did it more than once. Mm-hmm. We'll see if it does it again. Did the title get updated to something? That's what it was getting fiddled with. Huh. Very. Someone working on it, or is it aliens?
I don't know. No, it's been a couple of weeks since I've had to go down there. So great. And they have everything scheduled out for the rest of the month. And as of right now, they don't have me going back down there, which is fine. I went ahead and took off for the end of the month, pulled myself off schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I said till the end of the month. They've got a schedule through May 12th. So
Still a chance.
I'm up until then.
Yeah.
I'm going to help a buddy move tomorrow. You can't have buddies without helping to move. That's a rule. And then I have to disassemble my entire recording studio on the 23rd. And
For the window?
yes, they're going in on the 24th, and I won't be here that day.
24th?
Yeah, it's on the calendar.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be there in the morning when they come to do that install.
Convenient. Memorial Day's on the 27th.
What?
Memorial Day's the Monday after that.
Yeah. I already had that planned. So when they came to they wanted to do the install this month.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, 2 weeks ago, they called and said, we're ready to do it. We could do it this Friday. And I said, could we put it off until May 24th? And they said, sure, we can do it whenever you want. Yeah, they had it really fast. We were expecting June. Well, they said June, but they said they're getting these done really fast, so it could be much sooner. So, and very, very hopeful that that's going to make a huge difference, both temperature-wise in there this year and also in auditory pollution, sound noise in the studio. And I need to redo the studio. It's going to be a huge pain in the butt.
You okay?
I also need to disassemble my studio door and take all the books off of it and realign the hinges. It's not wanting to latch.
Oh. Is that something that those doors do?
Well, anything
Get off the
wood
hinge?
moves,
Here we go.
it adjusts. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Wanting to know, when did you realize that you had turned into your parents?
623-1025 to text or tell us
Here's Jason Aldean.
on KIX 102.5. So it's either that, I do that, or we look at removing the hinge plate. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a big, big problem. I'm going to have to replace that whole piece of wood there.
How long did it take you to install that door?
10 minutes.
Really? That's it?
Yep.
Holy cow.
And I did it myself.
Wow.
So when it came in the crate, they carried it up to the front of the house for me and had me inspect it and everything. And then they left. And then I began uncrating it. And I had a buddy came over and he helped me carry it into the bedroom. And then he had to go. So it's in there leaning against the wall. So it's a frame and it's the door.
Mm-hmm.
And so I put the frame in the hole. We already had it cleared out of the doorway and made sure it fit in the doorway. And it did just fine. So then just to check and see, I lifted the door up and set it on the hinge. And so now I had to go ahead and make sure it was square and everything and then
Sure.
screw it into the framework. But that's all it took. And it was
Wow.
in there. Yeah. Now, it took a whole afternoon to put in the electrical wiring for the magnetic lock
Mhm.
and for the lighting and all of that. It took a lot.
I bet.
We had to go down through in between the sheetrock in the walls, down through the framework, and we had to drill in through the attic. We had to put an outlet in the attic to run the power supply for the battery backup that is in one of the closets that all this goes to.
Jeez.
And then we had to cut a hole for the button that you press to have it unlock. And yeah, it was up.
You're so crafty, though, the fact that
Big
you can do
old
all that
mess.
on your own. I'll have to call someone in to do it for you.
Well-
I wouldn't even know where to start.
I tried to get my electrician to do it for like a whole 2 weeks. And he actually came by the house, looked at it, and said, oh, yeah, all right, I'll be there in 2 days. And then he never showed up, which this guy is really, really, really bad about this.
Mhm.
So finally, I gave up.
Oh, bye, Megan. Strange. Mm-hmm. 17 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 819.
A dense fog advisory still in effect this morning, though we'll see sunshine in mid-70s in the afternoon. It's 56 in Joplin.
And we're talking today about when did you realize what was happening? What were you saying? What were you doing when you realized you were turning into your mom and dad?
You can call or text to tell us at 623-1025.
What was it for you
Be quiet. I'm listening to the news.
That's when I realized I was turning into my dad, too.
when you were saying that?
I was like, let me watch the news.
Who cares?
Right.
What were you doing when you realized you were turning into your parents?
I realized when I was telling my daughter to stay in or out, pick in or out, coming in and out from outside.
What are you trying to air condition the outdoors?
I know. I remember always saying it. No, I caught myself saying it the other day.
When did you realize you were turning into your parents?
Well, here's one you can relate to since you have daughters. You are not going to wear that.
Yeah. In fact, I never even said that. I would just always shake my head and point right back to the bedroom.
Yeah, because you know what all the boys are thinking when they see her in
Oh,
there,
yeah,
you know?
we definitely know what they're thinking.
When did you realize that you were turning into your parents?
Well, when my son got taller than me, and he come up and he says, I'm bigger than you, Dad. You may be bigger than me, but you'll never be bigger than me. That's what my parents always used to tell me.
My dad used to always say, whenever you get ready and whenever you've eaten enough Wheaties, come on and we'll trade punches, and then you'll see.
Yeah, I tell my boy all the time, you call me out, it's going to hurt me more than it does you.
Yeah, whatever.
When did you realize that you were turning into your parents?
You can text or tell us at 623-1025.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
Ooh.
What?
Oh, you're not leaving. Megan just wanted to get it out of the way. She's not leaving.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Goodbye out of the way. Okay.
Status check. Next week, guys, we are going to have Brooks and Dunn tickets. They're going to be at the AMP, and we've got your chance to win tickets to that. Week after that, we've got Dan and Shay. Then after that, it's Hardy. Then Justin Moore and Randy Hauser we're going to be giving away. Skipping ahead, Dirks Bentley at the AMP. Brett Young at the AMP. Possibly, we might have Maddie and Tay at Kansas Crossing Casino. They're in talks about that. We're having to deal with their agency. So then Kane Brown at Downstream Casino Resort. And then we've got the Born and Raised VIP contest, which is coming July 1st.
And that's going to be awesome.
And the VIP one will run for a week. And then the next week, we'll do giveaways for just regular tickets.
Right.
And then another chance to win Luke Bryan tickets. So we're getting the whole summer planned out.
All thanks to JR's Westerns, though. Go see him in Diamond, get outfitted before the big show.
So there's been some question about how many more secret sounds we're going to have. And we're getting very close to wrapping up the jackpot. So if this one hits $1,000, we're going to go ahead and throw the rest of the money in it, making it like $1,600, whatever it is, however much it is. I'll have to go add it up again, but it'll be around $1,500.
That's a nice jackpot.
Yeah, and we'll just throw it all in there and say, hey, next person guesses the secret sound. Whoever guesses it wins it all. So I figure that will be by the end of this week, which means we'll have another week of secret sound, probably.
Right.
And then that'll be it for it. So we will have made it through the second week of May, which is pretty good.
All right. I'm going to go pee.
Get it, Jen. Jen Fox, everybody. Urinating. Did you guys hear about the jeans that everybody's talking about today? It's the Jordan Luca jeans that come with a pee stain. I'm not making this up. You can look it up. But they sold out over the weekend. They had made their debut on Friday, and they went for about $800 a pair, and they sold out of them within just a few minutes. Pea-stained jeans. They look like you've had an accident. I don't know what's wrong with our society, but this is where we're at. Pea-stained jeans. Peavies, I guess. And I'm not making it up. To me, you could make your own for like a little of next to nothing, but no, you have to buy them, and they're not really wet, but they look like there's a big wet stain down both legs and across the crotch. Makes me really, really sad for us as a society. Exactly, right? Why? Lisa says she saw Unsung Hero over the weekend. I've heard of that one. It's one of those mildly religious movies, isn't it? It's the For King and Country story, isn't it? Yeah, it's the story about the band For King and Country. Yeah, I've heard of this and have plans to watch it. I'm a fan of theirs. About the Australian group, or at least the parents were from Australia. And the guy from For King and Country is starring as the dad. That St. Louis Cardinals package. Yeah, Dorinda, Sarah, that is an awesome prize pack. I mean, you get 2 games, VIP seating in the Cardinals, access to the Cardinals VIP lounge and all of that. You get to go to batting practice. I mean, it's the only way, the ultimate way to experience a Cardinals baseball games, multiple games. And tomorrow, we're going to be making the age-old argument, which is better, dogs or cats. So most of us are dog people, I think, on here, and that's understandable. But there are people, my daughter included, and they're all very suspect, I think. Cat people they're a little suspect. You can't trust them. They will turn on you. Jesus Revolution was really, really, really good. And it had some really good actors in it. How will they choose the winner for that? For what? Oh, the Cardinal VIP? That is chosen by our sweepstakes company. They're called Second Street. They handle all of our sweepstakes for us. So, if they're cooked right, Jimmy? So they handle the winner selection. Yeah, Second Street does it. It's a random process. I think they use an algorithm. It goes through and selects randomly. So it's a crapshoot, Sarah. Yes, Jimmy. With ketchup. Megan's an everything person. Yeah, that's about the best way to describe that situation, I think. That's accurate, Megan. That stupid camera has been bumped again. All right, as soon as she gets back, we're probably going to wrap things up today so that I can get to scheduling and reporting, and she can get to wrapping up everything for the show. So again, tomorrow we'll talk about which is better, dogs or cats. Oh, also getting ready for May. It's going to be May. Get ready to start seeing those memes everywhere because May 1st is on Wednesday. All right, so you ready to wrap it up? Yeah, it's 8:30. And we'll have more Parker McCullum tickets. Secret sound, guys, find that hint. It will help you. Once you see the hint, you will know what the secret sound is.
10,000%.
Yeah. So get that hint. That way we can have another secret sound before wrapping everything up. So have a great rest of your Monday.
Bye.
Bye.